Hi everyone, my name is Shantelle Thompson and I'm a proud Barkindji, Ngimpa, Maliyangapa European woman of descent. And I would like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land on which I stand, the Latchi Latchi, and also pay my respects to the Barkindji across the river, who are my mob, and pay my respects to elders both past, present and emerging, because without their sacrifice, someone who looks like me, a fair-skinned Aboriginal woman, would not be the woman I am today, and just for everything they've done. Today I'm here to share the story of how I became the Barkindji Warrior, a name given to me by Auntie Sharon Kirby, one of our community elders, and what that actually means to me. So for me, I've always had a fighting spirit. I've always had a strong connection to country, to culture, to family, but it hasn't always been the easiest journey. I've always had to stand up and fight for not only what I believe in, but fight to create a different narrative to the one that I was born into by being female or being Aboriginal. The stereotypes that we're faced with, the limitations that are given to us, was not something that I chose to accept. And based on that determination, a calling that was in my heart that I didn't understand for a very long time until recently, until I started asking questions, was how did I become this? What got me to where I am and who I am today? And it's been the guidance of our ancestors, it's been the guidance of our culture, but also the need to follow in their footsteps, to stand up and create my own path, and then to be able to bring others with me. So the name the Barkindji Warrior was given to me because I've always been a fighter, but in recent years I have won 3 world titles in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I fought for Australia on the national team in freestyle wrestling. I've tried out for the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games. I've got 3 degrees under my belt. But I don't share any of this to impress you, but rather to express the potential of what is possible for individuals, but also for our communities, if we are willing to face our own stories and to do our healing. In more recent times, I've asked myself, what does this mean and how can this help other people? I've always been good at sharing stories and wanting to empower others, but especially our girls and youth. And to me, it's become almost like a philosophy, warrior dreaming, which is our legacy piece. The warrior way, which is the principles and how you live your life, and the warrior within, which is about finding your own fighting spirit and finding a purpose or a meaning that can allow you to overcome any adversity, any negative narrative that you've told, and to find the potential within yourself to be able to move forward. And the warrior within is about being, leading and serving from the heart, living courageously and daring greatly. And why that's more important than ever, why we need more warriors, why we need to be our own warriors, is because 2020 has been a really difficult year with the Black Lives Matters, the deaths in custody, the atrocious acts on our culture, and also just the impacts of COVID. Show us now more than ever that we need to find that warrior spirit, not only to overcome, but begin to build a solid foundation for ourselves and future generations to be able to take care of this country, take care of ourselves, and to create a different narrative. And for me, that's why this connects so strongly to always was, always will be 2020 theme for NAIDOC. We've always had this connection. Our culture is the oldest living culture in the world. That matters. That means something, but we've also got this scar tissue, these open wounds of the last 230 years of colonial history that have been undealt with. There's still truth telling, there's still healing, there's still capacity building and skill development that needs to happen. But we always have been a part of this culture. We've always been a part of this land, and we always will be. But what that future looks like and what our young ones will inherit from our time on this earth will be determined by the actions that we take today and the people we choose to be. So thank you. That's the Barkindji Warrior story. If you'd like to know more, you can follow, just Google Shantelle Thompson or Google the Barkindji Warrior, and you'll find more of my story. I'm on most social channels, but the biggest thing is I want to say to our people, we're here, it's time to thrive, but we need to be coming together to do that so that always was and always will be can be there for the next generation.